brothers and sisters. Peace and blessings, my friends, my fans, and all my listeners. Welcome to another edition of FMW. Y'all know where we at. We are live in the studio. It is April 24th, 2025. This is the Thursday night special edition. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be special tonight. It's always something to talk about. It's always somebody putting their foot up their own backside. It's always somebody shooting themselves in their own foot, putting their own self on blast, telling on themselves, exposing themselves. Oh, hell no! The whole world is gone crazy. Woo! Shannon Sharpe, talk to me. Shannon Sharpe, talk to me. I'm hearing allegations of baby gravy. I'm hearing talk of snow bunnies. I'm hearing talk of 10 million hush hush shut up and be quiet money. Oh, hell no! You should have never did that. FMW, we are live in the studio, and tonight we are going raw, uncut, and uncensored, live in the studio. It's the funk, baby! Okay, you already know. Boom. FMW, we live, baby. The Bellevue Patient is back. The original hardcore underground hip-hop pioneer, funk master. Uh-oh, he's back. Peace and blessings, my brothers and sisters, my friends, my fans, and all my listeners. I'm just here to tell you what they don't want to talk about. They don't want to tell you the truth. People is blowing up their own spots, telling on themselves, shooting themselves in the foot, kicking themselves in their own ass. Damn, damn, damn. I'm talking about 3-time Super Bowl champ, Hall of Famer, Shannon Sharpe is at the blunt of the joke today. Oh, the joke's on you, Shannon. Only ain't nobody laughing. Allegations, allegedly, rape and sexual harassment. Possibly threats of assault. I don't know. This shit is all on tape. It's all on social media. Everybody's talking about it. There's a lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe for 50 mil. 50 mil, Sharpe, 50 mil. I don't understand you brothers. I just don't get it. I just did a show pertaining to older men and younger women, and these brothers are still out here thinking with their penises. I thought you would get it. I thought you understood the message I was trying to send out there. Why? Today we all woke up. Beautiful day. All praises due to the Most High. The privilege of from thee we come, to thee we shall return. Thee privileged us with another beautiful day for humanity. And here we go. Some old blockhead comes, and now you the T for the day. Oh yes, you are the T for the day, partner. Allegations of threats of choking, secret recordings and $10 million hush money, to an OnlyFans model who goes by the name of Carly? I don't know. What you think about all this, Bob? I know Bob don't do a lot of talking, but I just want to just shake your head for me at least. Yeah. Okay, so what's going on? You heard about this? We got anything from the streets? Is the streets talking about this? I know they are. All right, y'all, let's get a broadcast on what's going on. What is the media saying?
Personality now, Shannon Sharpe, is attempting to clear his name after facing a lawsuit for allegedly raping a woman on multiple occasions. His response revealing the name of the accuser and some very X-rated text messages he says he received from her.
No,
all right, let's take a look at this. According to the lawsuit, the anonymous woman says it began as a consensual relationship when she was 20 years old. What? She also accuses Sharpe of a violent sexual assault and rape in October of last year and again in January of this year. The complaint seeks more than $50 million in damages. Damn. Sharpe fired back, posting alleged texts from the woman in the lawsuit on social media. One of them reads, "I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me." Another, "I know you miss this big juicy ass, $25,000 for each cheek." And here's another alleged text. "You better crave it, cuz you're gonna be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me." The rest are way too spicy. I don't know what's left.
Oh, hell no. She said you gonna be stuck with it forever when you put that big black baby in me? She said that? Carly said that? Woo! It's getting hot in the kitchen. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's getting hot in the kitchen. But yo, ain't no Shannon about 56, 57 years old? They saying old Carly, this OnlyFans model, allegedly, was only like 19, 20 years old. That's more than half his age. Damn. I don't get it, man. I just did a show on older men with younger women. And this guy right here, Shannon, you a perfect example of what I was talking about. Grown-ass men having relationships with young-ass children. Baby girls. Because I got daughters. And they my baby girls. They my baby girls. Damn. It's something to think about, man. Shannon. If these allegations is true, then what does that say about Mr. Sharpe? What does it say? Is he out of line? Is he going against the grain? I want to know. Is he violating the man code? Is he a pervert? I don't know. Is he a weirdo? You tell me. Is this pedophilic activity? Is this a great form of manipulation? Is he a manipulator? These are all the questions that come to mind when you hear this story. These are all the things people want to ask and people want to know. I see you shaking your head over there, Bob. You agree, don't you? Well, listen, let me just say this. I'm not one to gossip. And I don't want these people to think that we here gossiping and spreading rumors and, slandering and blasphemy anyone's name or legacy. That's not our intention here. Our intention is only to speak the truth and tell you what they don't want you to know. So, Bob, let me, what did this brother, what actually was said? Do we got anything to play for the people about, what's the proof they got? That's what I'm looking for. Any proof of these allegations that's being made? Oh, you got something? Okay, roll it for the people.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. You just wait for it.
what does that even mean?
Just the tape?
I'm not gonna get it.
Okay.
You want to be to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, no, no mercy. If you sit there one more time, I'm gonna choke on you when I see you. Thank you.
But no, I don't want to be choked.
Damn.
Yes, you do.
Oh,
I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
wow. She said, stop trying to manipulate me. He said, if you say that shit one more time, I'm going to choke the shit out of you when I see you. I did hear him say that. That was his voice. And then she responded by saying, I don't want to be choked. And he said, oh, yes, you do. You ain't got no choice in the matter. Damn. That was cold-blooded. That was cold-blooded. Well, we got the evidence. I mean, he did threaten to choke her and told her she ain't got no choice in the matter. And she did say, I don't want to be choked. He said, oh, yes, you do. I heard that part. I heard that loud and clear. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, it's so crystal clear. It's so transparent. Shannon. You've been a bad boy. You've been a bad boy. Shannon hasn't made any comments regarding the tape, regarding the threats, and regarding the conversation. He hasn't made any comments about that. From what I know. If you know something, please bring me up to date. But he did make a comment about this whole situation. He overall, basically what he said was that he called it a shakedown. That's what he said. He said, they shaking me down. This is a shakedown. That's all it is. That's what he called it. Yo, Bob, you got any audio of him talking about this shakedown thing? Yeah. Okay. Roll that for the people, Bob. Yo, check out the audio.
My family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I will it myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
Wow, so Shannon clearly, again, like Lucas said, he does not address the...
Damn. He doesn't address the conversation. He doesn't address the tape of him saying he's going to choke the shit out of her when he sees her again. That he ain't said anything about that. So I don't understand how he's calling this a shakedown. How could this be a shakedown when there's factual evidence and tape recordings of you having a sexual involvement with this 19-year-old OnlyFans model who goes by the name of Carly, allegedly? How could this be a shakedown, Shannon? There's telephone conversations of your extracurricular activities with this young lady, my brother, and there's definitely your voice on the tape. Talk to me, Shannon. Shannon, evidently this is what you like. This is how you get down. You like them young and naive. You like them untainted and vulnerable. Oh, you like it. I think you've been listening to a little bit too much of T.I. He wasn't talking to you when he said, you can have whatever you like. No, he wasn't talking to you. How you think the whole world is looking at you now, Shannon? How you think I'm looking at you? The people's looking at you. Your colleagues, the fans, your co-workers. How you think the NFL is looking at you now? I'm going to tell you one thing, partner. It ain't a good look. Oh, no, it's not a good look. But more so, Brother Shannon, how you think this is going to look in the court of law? How you think this going to look in the court of law, my brother? Can you just imagine? They got this big old black buck in the courtroom with this tight muscle shirt on, standing before a white judge. And this big black buck is being accused of raping, assaulting, and threatening a white woman. This big black buck is 56 years old. And this white woman is 19, 20 years old. A child. She's even got recorded conversations of threats being made by accused on tape. What do you think the outcome of that verdict is gonna be? Guilty as charged. I can hear them now. I can hear them now. Oh, they just in a roar. The excitement is filling the room. Got him. Got him. We got that big black buck. Got him. And they happy about it. The whole courtroom stands up with applause. Can you just imagine how that would look in the courtroom? Damn. How, Shannon? How, Shannon? How did you do it? How did you manage to kick your own self in your own ass with your own foot? How you do that? How you get your foot that far up in your ass? Explain that, Sharpe. Explain that, brother. Shannon, I'm talking to you. Explain that to me. Enough is enough, and too much is just too damn much. You're doing too much. In fact, you did too much. Oh, hell yeah. The gorilla is out the cage on your ASS. Oh, yes. Can you imagine how they just looking at you now? This big black buck. And this 19, 20-year-old white young lady, white young baby. Can you imagine all the white fathers? Can you imagine all the white fathers who's saying, that could have been my daughter. That could have been my daughter. That could have been my Mary Ann. Can you imagine what they saying? What they feeling? What they thinking? You can't imagine. That could have been their daughter, brother. This is crazy. This is madness. I see you shaking your head, Bob. It's ridiculous. With all of this going on, I mean, what you think, Bob? With all of this, if this was you, Bob, what's the main question you would be asking? Any comments, Bob? Do we got any audio? I mean, do we got anybody online? Do we got anybody who want to ask any questions? Do we got any callers? Huh?
First of all, I gotta ask a question. Where is LeBron James and all these people that Shannon Sharpe had defended for years at speaking up to defend their boy? Where they at? Because I'm pretty sure if LeBron was going through this, Shannon Sharpe would have stood up for LeBron James. I want to put that out there. If LeBron was going through the same situation, Shannon Sharpe would have stood up for LeBron James. Y'all hear me? Bet. Let's get into it. And that's facts. Shannon Sharpe would have went all out for LeBron James. No tweet, no messages, no support, no nothing. The guys that Shannon Sharpe was supposed to be close to have turned their back on him. Stephen A. snitch. Didn't even want to stand behind him. Stephen A. knows something we all don't know. Somebody don't put a bug in Stephen A.'s ear. That's why Stephen A. acting like that, from what I heard. And also, like I said, these other situations that's going on. LeBron James, where they at? Shannon Sharpe back LeBron James on every situation.
Right. That's
if
right.
LeBron James was going through the same thing, Shannon Sharpe will 1,000% speak up and back LeBron James. Where is he at speaking up for the dude who's spoken up for him his entire career? These are all facts. Shannon Sharpe would have crashed out for LeBron James.
Wow.
Poor. But this is the type of stuff that goes on. When you go through your shit, they're going to separate themselves from you, scatter like roaches and hide.
Wow.
Period. And they're going to disassociate themselves with you. That's how they roll.
Damn. That's how they roll? That's how they get down? When it get too hot in the kitchen, they hit the road, Jack. And they don't come back no more. They hit the road, Jack. And they ain't coming back no more. Where your homies at? Where's your friends at? Where's your buddies at? Where's your colleagues at? Where's your brothers? Where's LeBron? Good question. I'm glad that caller called in and asked that question. Where is your friends? Where's your buddy at? Where's LeBron? Because if we know for one thing, and we know one thing for sure, that if this was LeBron, you would have been crashing out for him. Just like the brother said. So where's he at? Where's he at? Think about it. Think about it. This is a perfect example of when they say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. This is a perfect example of that. Because in my opinion, in my professional opinion, and my opinion is professional, this all could have been prevented for Shannon. Brother Shannon, you could have prevented all of this embarrassment, all of this exposure on yourself, had you just taken the advice given to you by Sister Monique. Oh yeah, I was there. I saw the show. I heard her when she said it to you, man. And I caught that. So I said, okay, he got that. He got that. He got the message. She said it right there on the show, crystal clear. And she said it right to his face. It was some good advice. She led the brother with some good advice. But he laughed it off. He laughed like it was funny. I remember it so crystal clear. She went on this show and they was chitting-chatting, and then all of a sudden she came out and said,
Are you trying to say what you trying to say?
I'm looking right at you. I ain't down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, whoa.
Now I'm looking right at you. Let me tell you what Shannon needs. Let me tell you what my baby needs. He can have an old fat gal who can make good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You try to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
You just can't do it, Shannon. And she tried to be nice about it. She said 26 and 36. Now, you know damn well Monique wanted to say 19 and 18. You know she wanted to say 19, but she gave him some leeway, man. She, tried to amp up the numbers a little bit, put a little curve on the ball. You know what I'm saying? Give him at least 26, 36. Just not to rub it in his face so bad. She was gentle about it. But he laughed it off. He thought it was a joke. But she was dead serious. There's a saying that goes like this. What goes around comes around. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And the reason I say that, because not too long ago, Deshaun Watson. Sure y'all are all familiar with Deshaun Watson. Not too long ago, he was pretty much on the same situation, on the same timeline. He was pretty much going through the same scrutiny that old brother Shannon is going through right at this moment. It was a bunch of lawsuits and allegations. It was a bunch of sex talk and women and harassments and all kind of stuff. And old Watson's head was on the chopping block. Yes, he was. They was coming for the brother. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Old Shannon was asked to comment. They wanted to see what he felt about this. So they gave Shannon Sharpe the opportunity to comment on Deshaun Watson's situation. And this is what, matter of fact, Bob, play the tape.
I hate that he put himself in. He did this. He did this. He allowed people to say that he did these things. And so it's hard to feel sympathy or empathy because he put himself in this situation. But no, I'm going. I read what she said happened. I gotta go to court.
He said it's hard to feel sympathy. It's hard to feel any empathy for the brother because he put himself in this predicament. He allowed himself to be exposed. That's pretty much what old Sharpton said. Sharpton. Not you, Reverend. That's what old Shannon said. But oh yeah, Deshaun's head was on the chopping block and Shannon Sharpe ain't do nothing to make it no better. In fact, he just made it worse. But what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Because now what goes around comes right back around. Now, old Shannon, you allowed yourself to be exposed. You let us in your world. You let us see how you really get down. You let us see what you like. Now we know what's your type. Oh, hell no! It's the funk, baby! The Bellevue patient is back. Shannon, I'm gonna tell you one thing, it ain't funny. It's not funny at all. It ain't a laughing situation. But I would tell you this. When this is all done, they're all gonna laugh at you. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna laugh at you, Shannon. Woo! Damn. You should have never did that. This ain't looking good for you, Shannon. Not at all. It's not looking good at all, and I don't know what to expect next. I can't call it. Because these allegations, man, in this day and time, allegations like this could ruin your legacy. It could end your whole career. I'm talking about after Epstein and Weinstein and R. Kelly and P. Diddy and Russell Simmons. Come on, man. The list goes on. Just these allegations is enough to affect a business decision for a corporate industry. They got to make business decisions. And these type of allegations ain't good for business. Let's get that straight. It ain't good for business. Shannon is a 3-time Super Bowl Hall of Famer. 3-time Super Bowl champion, Hall of Famer. This is really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing to the league. It's embarrassing to the NFL. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if they asked for their damn rings back. Give me them goddamn rings back. You're no champion. The streets is talking. Bob, you look like you're nodding off over there. You good? Okay, now no sleeping on the job now. No sleeping on the job, Bob. No sleeping on the job. But Bob, what is the street saying? You know, what is the word out on the streets? I would like to know what sources are saying. I want to know, just give us the inside scoop of what's going on. What's going on with ESPN and, you know, the NFL? You know, what's the inside scoop?
The reports coming out of ESPN sources, they're saying that Shannon Sharpe will never return to ESPN and has possibly been banned from the network. Woo. Which is, man, this is crazy, bro. They're saying he possibly has already been banned and it hasn't been made public yet from the network. And this is coming from ESPN, sources inside ESPN.
This is coming from sources inside ESPN. They saying that Shannon Sharpe is never coming back. This is, I don't think Shannon even knows this yet. This is the inside scoop. The streets is talking. This is inside information. This is inside sources, man. They just giving us an update on what they talking about. They talking about that he's already booted out. He may never come back again. They don't even want to see his face in the building. I told you, just these allegations is enough to stop these corporations. You know, they got to think. They got investments. They can't play around with no stuff like this, man. It's a shame, Brother Shannon, that you allowed yourself to be exploited in this way. It's a shame that now we know about your extracurricular activities. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's unacceptable. It's deplorable. And it's pathetic. I'm just going to call it what it is. It's a very poor display of character and judgment. To me, it's more like a sleazy, perverted form of unscrupulous thinking. Very. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Brother, I'm disappointed at you. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed, brother. Because you've turned it out to be another embarrassment. This whole thing at this particular time when we going through all of this baby oil stuff and everything else, this is turning out to be another embarrassment, another failed success story. Another one. Another one bites the dust. Another weak-minded black man. That's what I'm seeing. Just another one. Another weak-minded black man who is a victim of no dick control. That's all. That's all it is. You got to get some dick control in your life. And some moral thinking. Get some discipline. Because I could understand if you didn't know better. I could understand if nobody told you. I could understand if you didn't have no warning signs. You couldn't see the red flags. But I'm saying, even though Ray Charles could have saw this, even though Ray Charles would have saw this, Bob, I'm serious about this. I can understand if you didn't know. You didn't see it coming. But Monique tried to warn you, partner. Monique tried to warn him. Monique told him,
you don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. You can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. You can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. You can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
She told him that, but Shannon ain't want to listen. Shannon thought he had it all under control. So for all you older men who haven't put your childish things away, there comes a time when it's time to man up. And you got to put those childish antics away. It's time to man up. So be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for. Take heed. Take heed. Don't smite the messenger. Just take heed to the message. Let these guys be your examples. Let them be the example you don't want to follow. Be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it. And everything that comes with it. FMW. Peace. I'm out of here.